Hello everybody, welcome to another Arkham Horror List video. Today we're doing the top 5 most improved upgraded cards. Not just the cards that upgrade really well, the cards that from level 0 to their upgrades, you see a marked improvement and they deserve the praise that we give them. We had a big list that we rated each card individually on our own. I added those scores together. And this is from our list, the top 5 most improved upgraded cards. So we're going to talk about them, have a good time. If there's any you think we missed, trust us, we didn't. They just didn't make our cut. We had a good conversation about a lot of them. So let's dive in first with an honorable mention because it really is only for multiplayer. Going up with the number of players that have there. It's scored very high, but we decided to just include it as an honorable mention, which is Ward of Protection. From level 0 to level 2.
Yeah, like the level 5 version is like okay, but it's usually not worth the experience. But like this upgrade, so the selling point I made for it was that it triples your opportunities to hit an Ancient Evils with it.
Or just, if you have 4 people, it quadruples it. It just gets better.
Everyone who plays this game, even if they're like not pay attention to the community or anything, I guarantee is like, man, I love using War of Protection on Ancient Evils.
Yeah. And in multiplayer as well, like even things that could kill your other people, you're like, nah, don't worry about it. I got this.
Yeah.
For reference, of our possible 30 score, this scored a 28 out of 30. It's pretty exciting. I will say our number 1 did score 30, so that's great. Let's keep this going. Next one on the list, this is number 5. So with a score of 22 points, we got Heroic Rescue level 0 to Heroic Rescue level 2. Wow. So the free move really, really
made it for us.
Really, it's basically like we love shortcut. It's no surprise that we love shortcut, right? So being able to get a free move, you add a shortcut to any card, and we perk up. We're like, we're interested. I'm into this.
Yeah, it's a free action. It's great.
It's a free, exactly, right? And it's a free action that sometimes like we move because we have to in the game, not because we want to, right? Like moving. Yeah. It's like, you have to do it. It's never exciting unless you get to do it for free. It also gets another symbol, which is sometimes relevant. It's a single symbol, but, there is that. It's also only costs 0 now.
It's a foot symbol because you move.
Yeah. Every resource when you're playing blue, every resource you can keep is precious.
Yeah.
You're going to need it.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, this card, like, the upgrade just really gives you so much more flexibility on where your team can be and what you can be doing. Mm-hmm. As opposed to the other one where they're like, you have to be in the same space all the time.
Yeah, because there's now some leeway that you can actually split up.
Yeah, someone like actually lets you rescue them instead of being like, oh, baby, when that monster comes to get us.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
Like the other one was pretty much just like you had it in your hand and you were like, no, go ahead, do your turn. And they were like, what am I going to do about this insert enemy name here. Mm-hmm. And you were like, don't worry about it, just do your turn.
Yeah.
And they'd get attacked and you'd be like, nope, that's me. I got hit. Also take damage and I'll kill you later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one just lets you do it from further away. It's probably a pretty neat thing to put underneath a stick to the plan, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Let's hop on over to our next one with another score of 22 points. Was Newspaper from level 0 to level 2.
Man, just everything about this is better.
Yeah, it's just like twice of everything. It's twice the experience to put in your deck. It doesn't take twice the hand slots, but
which is good. Good.
Yeah. But yeah, Brent, why don't you explain to them why this is good with the agenda or act thing you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, okay, so like realistically, in a scenario, you expect to have to run through about 3 acts, right? And those are the times when you're gonna lose your clues reliably and be able to reactivate your newspaper. Mm-hmm. So with newspaper level 0, you can reasonably expect to get about 3 clues off of it. With newspaper level 2, you can reasonably expect, I don't know, 5, maybe 6. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's also got another upside where it's incredible with scavenging, but that's a separate thing.
Yeah, and also like it's also especially good like even just in the Midnight Masks scenario where you have to spend your clues. Like if you're playing 2 players and it's 2 clues per player, in one action you're good to go, right? Like you're like, I'm ready, I got my stuff, and then you can keep doing other things, right?
Yeah, in Midnight Masks, newspaper is an all-star.
Yeah. Just that it's that additional, it's like the additional clue. It's crazy. It's so simple too, right?
The first time I ever played this card was in a Preston deck with Lola Santiago, and that was insane. I could just pay to buy a clue, and then I got another one.
Oh baby.
Yeah, I played this one in a 1D deck, and it was just like, it was so good with scavenging.
Yeah, and especially because we play 3-player, there's usually that one person who is kind of just in the corner, hanging out, and they're usually red. It's usually me or Bryn, and then you just do it immediately. You're like, I've committed my part to this, and you're all very happy and thankful. So let's go. It's a good time. Should we jump on to the next one?
I'm surprised it doesn't cost like 3 experience, but
yeah. I think that's also one thing that really helps. That actually is like, so to be like, Deny Existence, we all agreed, gets really strong, but its experience cost was too high for it to be like considered most improved.
Yeah, I bet someone suggests, and they're like, no, it all has to be 2.
Yeah. In the design file, it just says everything must say 2. And they're like, okay, John, okay. All right. Scoring with 23 out of a possible 30 was the improved Blackjack. I will say I felt very... So Bryn said that the thing about the original Blackjack is it meant that he would attack and not hit me. And he said, that's not worth playing, which made me feel scared. That he looks at each item, each weapon, and says, would this do a lot of damage to Justin? It makes sense.
Well, it's just inefficient, Justin. Like, original Blackjack only deals 1 damage. Why would you do that when you can play a gun?
It's true. And then he's like, so now I see why he likes shotguns, like the lightning gun and the flamethrower so much.
Yeah, that's why I was
think of all the damage I can deal to Justin.
He saw me shoot you that one time we played Carcosa, and he's like, I want to be that.
Yeah, I can't.
I want that to be
I
me.
want to go to there.
The guy shooting, not Justin.
Yeah.
Not dead.
But the fact that the upgraded Blackjack, like, it gives you +2 to the attack, and if the enemy is engaged to another investigator, it does extra damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. It's like you have to be playing multiplayer, obviously. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, this is just like bad machete.
I mean, the way we play, like, there's so many times we always ask, do you trust me? Right? With this, it's like what we do, but no risk. Like,
yeah, but there's no downside. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I pay experience for no risk. That's no fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is why
this
I'm
card
scared.
is just like an inverse machete.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is really good when you're playing multiplayer because it also effectively grants you extra actions where you don't have to engage enemies anymore because you're not like, do you trust me or do I think this attack will kill you if I miss? It's just like, no, I'm just going to beat the crap out of this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me want we need it. We need it. We need to keep Justin safe from Bryn. So Bryn,
only allowed to buy Blackjack.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our number 2 most improved card with a score of 25 out of 30 is First Aid. This shouldn't be a surprise. I believe First Aid was in our trap cards for something that seems good, especially to new players, but is not. This new one is the output that what it provides is leagues better.
Yeah, like you still only want situationally.
Yeah.
But like it is so much better than the base one.
Yeah, and like this most improved is not about like do you put it in every deck, right? Because otherwise we would have left Ward of Protection where it is at number 2 most improved, but that doesn't really make sense when the first one is already really good. But this is like First Aid goes from not great, like not even good, to like good, right? Like it's actually like improved.
Yeah.
Good in the right deck.
Yeah.
All you had to do to make this card good was double its output and give it an extra supply.
Yeah.
It also commits for an extra brain burn. Don't forget that.
It's a guts.
Yeah, and
No, like
negative
I've
odds.
played this upgraded first aid, and I was happy to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It does so much more. It also heals allies, which can be relevant, right?
Yeah.
Not when you're me, when you only play Pete, but still good. The art's still horrifying, though.
Man, I bet this card is insane if one of your teammates is playing agency backup.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that action just turns into like free damage and clues now.
Sick.
Yeah. All right. We all know, it should be no surprise to us three what our number one is, even though they don't know, only I know what it is. But our
Caroline deck like
number
that.
one, with a score of 30 for most improved, is Switchblade. Level 0 to level 2.
Yeah. This card's so good it got nerfed.
What was the nerf again?
It
costs
costs
more
3
Yeah.
instead of costing 2.
Yeah, like the big thing is you get +2 punch for this attack, which like puts most characters who can use this as fight score like among the best up there with Marks.
I have a story about Switchblade, level 0. When I first got my copy of Arkham Horror, the card game, I only had one copy of the core set, and I played it with my buddy Eric. We played through the starting scenario, and I was playing Skids. And I had all the weapons that were in the core set, because when you have a limited selection of things, you have to play everything, right? And I had Switchblade out, and I looked at it, and I was just like, this does... I was shocked. I was flabbergasted that this card did nothing. Like...
It doesn't even commit for a punch. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have...
No,
With level 0 Switchblade, you have the choice to pay one resource to put it into play and essentially attack the exact same way you normally do.
yeah, there's like one scenario in which I can think of like level 0, exactly one scenario where I can think of level 0 Switchblade being good, and it's when you're playing a big money green deck. And that's just because you have so many effects that give you buffs to whatever test you're trying right now, and this basically says you're trying the fight test twice. But outside of that scenario, Switchblade is just usually a card that I am embarrassed to be playing.
But yeah, like if you only have one core set, like do yourself a favor and get a Sharpie and write like machete on this or something.
Yeah. You're...
Like it's just gonna say, I could tell you I've got 2 in my binder. They've been there since I put them in my binder.
They're just taking up space. It blew my mind. It does nothing. The upgraded version, on the other hand, it brings the noise. Like in comparison, I still think it's still a very strong weapon, right?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it's just like you have to succeed by 2 or more, but then it's like also here's 2 punch, so you have to succeed the test normally.
Yep.
Yeah, in terms of raw efficiency, like Switchblade level 2 is just insane. It's fast. It only costs you 1 resource. Like you can play it after the enemy shows up.
Yeah, because then you get the cool. You pull it out and stab him, and you're like, and then you know. Oh my god, I'll never forget that though. We got crushed, and my friend was like, "This game's really fun," sarcastically, and I'm like, I think it's because I only had 1 core set.
And you're like, shut up, it's a great game.
Yeah, and I'm like, how dare you? Yeah, this game is my favorite game. How dare you? But yeah, those are our 5 most improved cards. Other things on the list, all scoring the same were Logical Reasoning, Pete Sylvester, Sneak Attack, and Sixth Sense were all next on our list. And then the other notable cards on this was the 2-cost Cycle from the core set into the Return to core set, where they're the permanents. That's not the permanents, but they stay in play and they can upgrade your stats, and they cost 0 the next time. So those are the cards that were on our things that the next highest up. Yeah.
The runners up, if you will.
Yeah. But Switchblade was 10s all around. Good God.
Yeah. This one goes from a card that where I want to pay for that, from a card where I'm like, I don't want this in my deck.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this card was even the example I used when I was like giving you list ideas. I was like, yeah, globe cards like Switchblade, how it goes from trash to good.
It was actually, I can confirm that is the example I have next to it, which is Switchblade. Yeah. It just says your notes were Switchblade to better Switchblade.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are our most approved cards. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys have a good one. We'll see you guys next week for another list video. See ya.